Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terrence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez.
And, you know, I mean, it's a circus, man. To me, when I hear things like that, I just, man, that's not good for boxing, man. To be honest with you, and especially the face of boxing, the pound-for-pound king, trying to fight these little guys, you know? I mean, I don't think that's cool. That's
If you believe the Canelo versus Crawford fight is the biggest of the year, think again. On paper, it looks great. The pound-for-pound kings, high stakes, huge buzz. But in reality, it's all hype and empty showbiz. It's more about money, an image than a true test of boxing skill. If you're a purist, this might leave you feeling unsatisfied.
It looked like Canelo, and I asked you, your son should have got the opportunity.
embarrassing, man. You know, that would be embarrassing.
And how do you feel about Canelo?
It would be embarrassing for me to even ask for a fight with Terrence Crawford, you know, with David Benavidez. Come on, you know, it's embarrassing, you know? It's like me trying to go to fight Usyk. Come on, bro, you know? It's a big difference. Canelo's too big for Terrence Crawford, you know? It's all about money. I think that Canelo does not need to fight for belts. He could go and do exhibitions and he'll make the same money that he's making, because at the end of the day, you know, he's Canelo. He's worked so hard and people will pay to go see him. But I just believe that he has fucking belts hosted, you know? He's not giving people opportunities, you know? And I don't know why the organizations are allowing that. Why not make it mandatory? We waited for 4 years, man. Mandatory, you know? So at the end of the day, you know, man, I don't even want to talk about Canelo.
What about that?
Now, you know, that now we have Diego Pacheco at 168. Now, you know, it's like Canelo, you know, like, but I would even think that he would never face Diego Pacheco at this point.
Let's be honest. The fight is being sold as historic, but who really asked for it? Who benefits the most? Who's putting their legacy on the line? This could be the most mismatched, high-budget spectacle boxing has ever seen.
Crawford versus Canelo.
I hate it. I don't like it one bit. I think that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. I think that Canelo is one of those folks. But Canelo is fighting at 168, which means he's walking around heavier. And I appreciate Canelo Alvarez coming on this show, having me interview him last week before his victory over Munguia, which I knew would happen. I appreciate his honesty and his candor, but I was honest too. He knows what I want. I want what all boxing fans want. We want to see the reigning, defending super middleweight champion of the world fighting against another super middleweight champion in David Benavidez.
Here's how it happened. Saudi entertainment mogul Turki Al-Sheikh, who funded mega fights like Fury versus Usyk and Joshua versus Inoue, pushed for Canelo versus Crawford too. He's backing this one with his usual big bankroll.
It's happened. Canelo Crawford, 13th of September in Las Vegas. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, Canelo. Thank you, Crawford. Thank you, Netflix. Bella. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, all your team in Netflix. Thank you, Nick Khan, TKO. Thank you, Dana, my brother, who he will promote this fight with me. Thank you for Sila, Dr. Rakan, my old friend, Dr. Rakan. Thank you to Riyadh Season, Faisal. Thank you to Fatal Fury, SNK. Thank you to The Ring Magazine. Thank you for everyone. This is the biggest fight in boxing and in the history in the last 10 years and maybe more. Thank you, Shepherd, from the team of Canelo. Thank you, Ash, the Hunters. And this is very good opportunity for the talent in boxing. We will make the undercard, all the undercard, about talent, because we have the biggest fight. We don't need big fight in the undercard. For that, we will give the chance for the talent. If you think you are ready to be in the undercard of Canelo Crawford, come talk with us. And maybe you will have chance. Thank you, and see you in Vegas the 13th of September, inshallah.
On paper, it looks epic. Crawford, fresh off demolishing Errol Spence Jr., undisputed at welterweight. Canelo, the super middleweight king for years. But take away the Saudi money, and bold talk it starts to look illogical. A gifted 147-pounder stepping the weight classes up. That's questionable.
Crawford can make the Canelo look bad just like Mayweather did, okay, and just took him to school without running. Or we'll see, Canelo just annihilate him because of the weight. And you have to remember that Crawford is a 47-pounder or 54-pounder. Coming and Canelo has fought he's probably weighed 200 pounds in the ring at one point. So and it makes a huge difference, guys. 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds makes a huge difference. So especially at the elite level. So I think it's a great fight. I just think that the press conferences were freaking lame.
Why?
Just because it was all staged. I mean, come on, guys. Look, if you want to see Canelo pissed off, take a look at my press conference.
Boxing purists wanted real competition. Crawford built his legacy at 147 pounds disputed and untied. Even at 154, he hadn't faced true top-tier opponents. Now, suddenly, he's jumping to 168 with no testing ground. That's a leap of faith.
I don't gotta knock him out to beat him. He's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. So everybody, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, we taking this fight. If the knockout comes, then it comes. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terrence, you've said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
I didn't say if I win. Okay. Said when I win.
Well, with that, what is Terrence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that mountain. Ain't nothing left to say.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Canelo isn't some small 168-pounder. He's handled bigger threats before. Fighters like Sergey Kovalev and Dmitry Bivol. He's been at 160, 168, even 175 pounds. He's a tank. That's a 20-pound difference Crawford is choosing to bridge.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off. Yeah. So it's gonna be almost the same.
28. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at.
In boxing, size matters. Every extra pound can change how punches land and how your chin holds up. Crawford is brilliant, but can his speed and IQ match Canelo's body shots and brute power at this weight?
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since
everybody.
2002.
Mention me one. You since mention me one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look,
it's gonna be me.
I don't care about anybody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? Same everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
History warns us. Kell Brook got smashed moving up to 160 against GGG. Amir Khan got knocked out by Canelo. Mikey Garcia didn't win a round against Spence. Skill only goes so far when weight disparity is too large.
The others say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
when one guy clearly outweighs the other, it doesn't feel like a chess match, it feels like entertainment. Crawford's greatness may be muted. If it becomes a slow fight where Canelo pounds the body and keeps pressuring, it won't thrill fans, but might have to box perfectly just to survive by round 6.
I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yep.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. You know, black and brown is how you get down.
What does Canelo get? If he wins, he beat a welterweight, no real legacy gain. If he loses, people will say he lost to a much smaller man. So who wins here? Not the sport, not the rankings, just big brands, fancy networks, and Saudi money.
Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring. You know what's laughable also? Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space. Has no stable of boxers. He didn't negotiate. And is being handed this fight on a silver platter and called promoter. He's the trust fund baby of boxing. That's it. The trust fund baby of boxing. And get this. The fight will take place during the day on September 13th in Las Vegas. During the day. So Canelo will fight during the day on Netflix just to accommodate UFC Noche later that evening on a different network. So does that mean this fight isn't important? Do they not give a about the fans or viewership? Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend? And UFC with a roster of names I've never heard of is going on prime time. Cinco de Mayo. He's fighting in Riyadh, and now he's fighting during the day on the biggest weekend in boxing. Yeah, Canelo will fight anywhere. Anytime he's told, because he doesn't give a... All he cares is about the money. Doesn't give a... fans.
Even Oscar De La Hoya, who's promoted huge events himself, isn't impressed. He's criticized the fight stage PR, the forced rivalry, and saw Dana White, the UFC boss, co-promoting as proof is more spectacle than sport.